The rain was relentless, turning the narrow cobblestone streets of Durrick's Wharf into glistening rivers. Elias Morven had no destination in mind, only the vague urge to escape the cold sting of the wind. That's when he noticed it, a dimly lit shop tucked between two shuttered buildings, its sign barely legible through the downpour, Curios and Relics. Something about the name tugged at him, and before he could question why, he was pushing the door open. The air inside was warm but heavy with the scent of salt, dust, and old paper. Shelves sagged under the weight of artifacts that seemed almost to lean forward, as if eager to be noticed. Behind the counter stood a wiry man with eyes like storm clouds, who looked up only long enough to say, "You're late." Elias froze. Late for what? The man didn't answer directly. Instead, he gestured toward the counter. There, under the flicker of a brass lamp, lay a map. It wasn't rolled or folded, but spread open as though it had been waiting for him. At first glance, it was beautiful. Intricate rivers, winding paths, and mountains rendered in impossibly fine detail. But then Elias realized the ink was moving. Tiny currents shimmered along the rivers, snow drifted over mountain peaks, and the roads seemed to breathe. The parchment was warm beneath his fingertips, and for the briefest moment he swore it pulsed. In the lower corner, where a cartographer's name might have been, was a single phrase written in an unfamiliar hand. "Return the keeper to awaken the path." "What is this?" Elias asked quietly. The shopkeeper leaned forward, his voice low. "A living artifact. Older than any kingdom you've studied. It shouldn't exist. But it does, and it chose you." Elias tried to pull his gaze from the swirling ink, but it was like staring into the eye of a storm. "Where does it lead?" "That depends on whether you can find what's missing." The shopkeeper reached beneath the counter and placed a small, weathered envelope in front of him. Inside was a black and white photograph of a strange bronze object shaped like an eye, mounted on a ring of interlocking gears. Even in the faded image, it gleamed as if lit from within. "This is the keeper," the man continued. "Without it, the map is nothing but shifting ink. With it—" His eyes darkened. "The map will take you to places that defy imagination, and perhaps places you'd rather not see." Before Elias could respond, the shop door rattled open with a sudden gust of wind, snuffing out the lamp's flame. In the dim light, he noticed something new. A tiny golden light blinking in the center of the map, steady and rhythmic, like a heartbeat. When the wind died and the lamp flared back to life, the shopkeeper was gone. Elias stood alone with the map, its glowing pulse syncing with the thrum in his chest. Rain still lashed the windows, but outside felt different now, charged, alive, as if the world had tilted ever so slightly. He didn't know why, but he understood one thing with absolute certainty. This was the first step. Somewhere out there, hidden in shadowed streets and forgotten ruins, the keeper was waiting. And when he found it, the real journey would begin.